Skilia Regiment, are you ready? Yes, fire! The Skilia Regiment was created by a tank unit, which has American M1A1 Abrams tanks on its arms. The Skilia Regiment. We gathered a company of the best servicemen who wanted to try this kind of equipment. We sent them to the training. And this is how we see the use of tanks today on the trials we have. The variety of our tanks is very large, but I like the Abrams the most. Well, there are a lot of tank automatics here. It has a very accurate 120 caliber cannon. There is a paired machine gun and a commander's Browning. The shooting is 1- that the ammunition runs out very quickly, but it cuts everything in a row. There are no barriers. Recently, the first combat use was, namely, the covering and transport of assault groups to the settlement of Pokrovsk. Waiting for the weather, we built a column, and the column moved to the task area. There was a lot of attention paid to the movement of this column, to the composition of the column from the IFVs that carried the assault groups. We knew that the road was mined. On the road, there were mines of the PTM type. But we also took all these nuances into account. The BTRT with the mine trowel, which crushed and demined all this, was driving in front. Now we can see on the video how the column moved. Explosions are coming. The mine trowel performs its task. It blocks the road for the guys. The guys could safely get to the industrial zone, and there began the firing on the enemy's firing points. Which could prevent the assault groups from landing and move further along the industrial zone. And now we can see how the tank inflicts fire on the gas station. This is one of the planned targets, which was chosen after detailed reconnaissance that there is an enemy there. The IFV also operates in the industrial zone. This is also part of the plan with the use of the IFV. Tank Abrams played a big role in this operation, which gave a very good and reliable cover to our infantry, which hurried and did its job. Also, the support of our IFVs. The enemy did not expect us to enter the buildings that we needed to clear and secure. We can see how the group lands and moves to the gas station. It can be seen that the tank inflicts fire on the planned target. There was already confirmation that there is a 100% enemy there. It was the same when our tank drove into the industrial zone. It continued to inflict fire until the assault groups retreated, and the tank continues to fire, waiting for the guys from the gas station, from the Skilia, to move to the nearest shelter in the industrial zone, to the house. The guys hurried, cleared the first building. They worked very well, cleared the next building. At the moment, they have secured themselves and are holding the defense. The IFV performed its task on the retreat. The IFV also landed the group. Yes, we continue to inflict fire on the targets that were designated. There was still an FPV firing on the car while the crew was there. The armour withstood all additional weights that we put to protect the cars. Both armour and security here, God forbid. That is, the crew is not damaged, even if they fall into the places where there are ammunition. We agree to the end on the tank. If damage can be eliminated, then we eliminate the damage on the way. And even without looking at the fact that the car was already damaged, it fulfilled its task. It covered the landing of the assault groups. It saved the lives of the crew. Still, the tank remains on the battlefield. Its armor, its cannons, it's a sword. Well, the opponent is afraid. It's cool. The Skala regiment holds Pokrovsk, Nakopikivets. We also set up groups. It will be ours. Pokrovsk will not give up.